What up, viewers, and welcome. News flash, it's Marco versus Nobe. Marco and Nobe, two of Red Alert 2's top players. They were always at the top of the ladder, either at the top or near the top somewhere. Nobe currently, I think he has quit a while ago, like some time ago, like years ago, but Marco, I'm pretty sure he still currently plays. Marco is one of Red Alert 2's best players, if not the best player that Red Alert 2 has produced. So it is a privilege to be able to watch the man himself handle business. And he is going to handle business right here on Hammer and Sickle. That's the name of this map. This map is a 4-player map, but today we're going to watch a 1v1 battle between him and Nobe. And by the way, I really do apologize for the poorness and quality of this video. The original video was pretty bad to begin with, so I unfortunately couldn't really do anything about that. But hey, we're not here to watch great graphics. We're here to watch great Red Alert 2 matches, and that's what we're doing right now. Alright. And by the way, Nobe is that yellow Soviet player right at the bottom right hand side of this map. In my opinion, the bottom right hand side is slightly disadvantaged compared to the top left because of the fact that you will have to move your construction yard to the second ore patch in order to harvest it effectively. Otherwise, your miners will be traveling too far for too long. And as you can see, Nobe's doing just that. He will move and deploy his construction yard somewhere near the cliff so that he can place his refinery on top of the cliff right next to the ore, the second patch of ore right there. Okay, both players just mining away, harvesting away. And by the way, typically you will need on pretty much any Red Alert 2 map, on any Red Alert 2 matchup, you will need at least 5, maybe 6 miners to be able to sustain a good economy while constantly building tanks or whatever. Now, Marco is starting to tech up. He's just made his radar, and now followed by the battle lab. To be honest, I really can't think of anything to talk about right now, so I will just go ahead and talk about Eon. If that's alright with you guys. Eon, or in other words, Ends of Nations. That's the game that I'm highly anticipating right now. It isn't much at the moment. They haven't really showed us much at the moment, but I think because of the fact that Petroglyph, its developers, are really taking their time with it, and also by judging by what I've read in the forums, that they're not trying to please everybody in general, like gamers in general. They're more focused on trying to please the current CNC fans. Because of that, I think it's going to be a really good game, to say the least. So as soon as that is launched, I will definitely be active in that community. But I do digress. Back to Red Alert 2. Okay, what's happening? Who's winning? Who's losing? Is anybody doing anything stupid? Alright, both iron curtains are up and running. I am surprised that Nobe has somehow kept up with Marco, because as I said, bottom right has to move their construction yard, and by doing that you'll be a bit behind with building. So he's doing a good job with that. Marco's Dreadnought is on its way down towards Nobe's base, no doubt to destroy something with its twin V3 rockets, about to fire away. Marco, I think he has started to mine the bottom left. There you go. That's how destructive these dreadnoughts are. Just like that, with 1 or 2 rockets, I think a war factory just went down. But Nobe, being the experienced player that he is, quickly got a squid on top of that, preventing it from releasing any more rockets and destroying any more of his things. Marco now slowly, one by one, moving his miners down to the bottom left. On this map, you will definitely have to move your construction yard to the next set of ore patches. It's just impossible, well, maybe not impossible, but pointless to try and stretch with your base by building. It's just not efficient enough, and Nob has decided to destroy the bottom bridge. Now both bridges have been destroyed,
Insufficient funds.
and that's probably one of the main reasons why a lot of games on this map take so long, like 20-30 minutes, maybe longer. And Red Alert 2 matches for Red Alert 2 matches to go that long, that's quite long indeed. Okay, Marco Squid is in guard mode at the top there, ready for Nob's Dreadnoughts if it does decide to make its way up the top there somewhere. Now Marco spamming War Factories. I really don't know why. You'd normally just spam War Factories to spam tanks, to spam rhinos, but I really can't see a tank battle happening anytime soon because both bridges have been destroyed, but we'll just have to wait and see. Thank God, by the way, that super weapons are enabled, which will encourage players to do something, make a move before they get nuked. The nuclear silo, by the way, arguably is the most destructive super weapon on Red Alert 2.
New rally point established.
Alright. It's quite amazing that Red Alert 2 is still quite active today. It's still alive and kicking, not just at the Xwizz.net server, but
New rally
in
point established.
the Hamachi network and Game Ranger, QQ Battle. That's just how good this game is. And unfortunately, a lot of people that aren't really familiar with this game just see it as a tank spam game. I mean, there is a lot of tank spam involved, but as you will see in this match, because I have seen this match before, you'll see naval units being used, air units, super weapons, different types of ground units, as well as tank spam. Alright, now the bridge has been repaired just after Ivan, one of Nob's crazy Ivans, destroyed it, and Marco wisely does not send his entire battalion of rhinos because if he did, no doubt he would have lost more than what he lost just then. Now going to work on the construction yard, Nob activates the Iron Curtain on his construction yard, preventing Marco from finishing it, which is a really good thing. He turned it on just in time. Now he's going to go ahead and try to attack Marco's rhinos. Marco just activated his Iron Curtain and will now go ahead and finish off what they started with the construction yard. And I think, yes, the Kirov, despite its slowness, it somehow managed to make its way to really close to Nob's base. Nob's Dreadnought will soon go down. Will be taken down by that squid. As you can see, these Kirovs, they're just so devastating. They have an infinite supply of balls of death, which is why Nob was forced to sell his structures down below. Somehow Marco's rhinos have made it down to the main part of Nob's base, took out one of Nob's flak tracks. Nob will definitely have to make a lot more flak tracks real quick, real soon, to take out this Kirov, this really ever so devastating Kirov. Nob's now making his way towards Marco's base to the left, but it might be too late. By the time he does any sufficient damage to Marco, this Kirov might have already finished him off at the bottom right hand side, and realizing that it is inevitable that he will soon go down and lose the match, he surrenders. What a good game. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys learned something from two of Red Alert 2's top players. Viewers, till next time.